Hello, I'm Professor Carolyn Page, world-renowned wizard expert, Dorkly host, and as you can tell from my leather elbow patches, very, very smart person. Today, I will irrefutably prove that all of us have been overlooking the most crucial element of storytelling in the greatest work of modern fantasy, the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. That's right, you superfans out there with your Ravenclaw scarves and your season passes to the wizarding world have all been missing something huge. And that is Rowling's clear literary thesis statement, which I will irrefutably prove today. Socks equals souls. From the very beginning, Chapter 3, Book 1, Harry's emotional journey and self-identity is exhibited through socks. When he reflects on the Dursleys' miserly and cruel gift of old socks, this is just the first example of a dark unraveling of Rowling's use of this symbol. Socks are mentioned a whopping 78 times in the books, while pants, for example, a measly 10. Clearly, there's something going on here.
The circumstances are suspicious.
From start to finish, Rowling uses socks to fully illustrate, illuminate, and realize her characters' journeys and motivations, making the sock the single most important piece of symbolism in the entire series. She fleshes out the story using socks in 3 ways, which I shall hitherto refer to as sock bundles. Don't believe me? Think I'm just a crazy old professor who's been huffing too much Niffler nip? I have extensive evidence. Really. I started this as a joke, and it's evolved way past that, and I really marked the books, and I feel like I'm going crazy. I really need you to watch this video and believe me. Sock bundle number 1. Socks as relationships. Our first bundle of evidence proves that Rowling is a master of her craft. And that craft is cramming sock symbolism into the Harry Potter universe. The most important element of her storytelling is illustrating and examining character relationships through socks. Exhibit A. No in-depth critical analysis of Harry Potter as told through socks would be complete without first turning to Rowling's most sock-loving character, Dobby, the house elf. In Book 4, Dobby, the real hero of the story, and Harry, who could also be considered a hero, I guess, exchange socks for Christmas, therefore solidifying their undying love and devoted bond to one another. Though Harry gives him hand-me-down socks, and Dobby's are handmade because Dobby is a noble, selfless, brave house elf, and Harry is a thoughtless teen. Exhibit B. Mrs. Weasley, the only mother figure Harry's ever truly known. Time and again, she expresses her love through concern for and care of Harry's socks. In Book 2, when she fusses over Harry's socks. In Book 7, when she uses a lone sock as a ruse to express worry for Harry's future. And we see that loving relationship returned by her children, when in Book 6, Fred and George Weasley give their mother a beautiful gift, an appreciation for years of taking care of their socks, an appreciation for taking care of their very souls. Exhibit C. Oh, you're surprised Dumby turned out to be a liar? Well, you shouldn't be, because he lies to Harry from the very start.
What do you see when you look in the mirror?
I see myself holding a pair of thick woolen socks.
Harry stared.
One can never have enough socks,
said Dumbledore.
Another Christmas is come and gone, and I didn't get a single pair. People will insist on giving me books.
Book 1, Chapter 12. When Harry asks what he desires most in the world, Dumbledore tells him it's some cozy foot mittens. Clearly, establishing their relationship is one where Dumbledore holds all the cards, and Harry's along for the ride. Admittedly, it would have been inappropriate for Dumbledore to tell a student that what he really desired was the evil wizard Grindelwald's sweet, sweet kisses. Exhibit D. In Book 7, we see perhaps the most eloquent and poignant piece of symbolism throughout Rowling's epic oeuvre, Harry's relationship with himself, illustrated through socks. In the scene where Harry packs not for Hogwarts but for his journey to find the Hallows, Harry's emotional maturity and the intrinsic need to cast off the trappings of childhood and his past life in order to make way for the man he will have to become to defeat his enemies is here masterfully symbolized as the single sock, which no longer fits. Just as his old ideas about trust in his elders, reliance on mentorship, and the straitjacket of outmoded self-image no longer fit and have become dissociated from his life experience, so too do the socks of his old life no longer serve his purposes. In summary of these first few points of evidence, a side note, viewers, summary is a fancy way of saying TLDR. The relationship of characters are fully communicated through and around socks. The nurturing of Mrs. Weasley towards Harry, Dobby's devoted friendship towards him, or Dumbledore's duplicitousness, all shown through the cozy power of socks. Sock Bundle 2. Socks as character. Following the thread as it is further woven into this tale, we will see examples of the true nature of a character's soul being illuminated through socks. Exhibit A. Book 1, Chapter 16. Harry sniffed, and a foul stench reached his nostrils, a mixture of old socks and the kind of public toilet no one seems to clean. The troll led into the school on Halloween night is the first example of socks clearly pointing out a villain to us. Dirty socks, malicious intent. This is again shown to us in Book 5 when Mundungus, who betrays the Order of the Phoenix, is shown creating the smell of burning socks, aka burning the trust of those he swore to protect. Exhibit B. We see two of the most noble characters lovingly caring for their socks. Hagrid maintains his socks, showing his truly nurturing side, and Dobby, brave, loyal, free. Dobby always has impeccable socks. Exhibit C. Possibly the creepiest moment in all the books is when the imposter posing as Professor Moody uses his X-ray vision to pervily look at Harry's socks. Such a blatant violation of peeping into someone's soul, aka their sock game, is disturbing and indicates imposter Moody's foul intent. Not to mention the implications of a teacher casually looking under his students' clothes. Clearly, as proven by Hagrid's careful knitting, Moody's X-ray vision, and Mundungus's nasty sock smell, J.K. Rowling equates a witch's or wizard's socks with a witch's or wizard's soul. An interesting item to note here is something which may have already occurred to the minds of our more astute viewers. As many of you know, he who must not be named, Voldemort, is never depicted wearing socks. The man's very soul has been torn asunder. Obviously, this barefooted depiction can only mean one thing. No socks. No soul. Sock Bundle 3. Socks. As story. Now we've reached the true toe of the argument. Socks, holding precious items. Exhibit A. In the Half-Blood Prince, Ron is awarded the rank of prefect, the first concrete point of pride he can claim as his own. He wraps the badge in socks, therefore ensconcing the achievement in his own soul. Exhibit B. We have 3 notable examples of socks being used to store items upon which the story absolutely hinges. First, in Prisoner of Azkaban. A pair of Harry's old hand-me-down socks holds the sneakoscope, which indicates the pun obviously intended rat in their midst, Peter Pettigrew. Second, in the Order of the Phoenix, the Felix Felicis potion is critical to helping Harry and co. save the day. Where does Harry keep his good luck potion? Where does J.K. Rowling store her Deus Ex Machina? It's some rolled-up socks! And third, in the Deathly Hallows, the magical beaded bag which holds within it Harry's very means for survival, and therefore the key to defeating the Dark Lord. So into the sock it goes! Exhibit C. In the most critical turn of events, I would argue in the entire series, I cite Book 2, Chapter 15. But Dobby didn't move. He was holding up Harry's disgusting slimy sock and looking at it as though it were a priceless treasure.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What? I didn't...
Master has presented Dobby with clothes. Dobby is free.
She's so beautiful. Because he sacrifices everything. Everything. I'm sorry. Stop rolling around the Lucius Malfoy's unwitting gift breaks the house elves' bond of magical servitude. J.K. Rowling is clearly showing us that the sock is the only piece of clothing worthy to hold the most precious item of all: freedom. Through these examples, we see that J.K. Rowling has woven an epic tale that is warm, strong, fanciful, and utilitarian, just like the humble sock, as I have clearly proven here today. in terms that brook no debate, and with examples that incite no argument. The entire Harry Potter series' most important metaphorical device is the sock. What else lies beneath the dark shoes of her characters? Why does Rowling prefer this device above all others? Is she secretly a fetishist? Is she actually in the pocket of Big Sock? Does she hate flip-flops? Does she prefer ankle or crew? Clearly, there's more to be uncovered. But for now, we'll ball this one up and put it in the drawer. Thanks for watching.